Hello and welcome back to the podcast. We are very excited about today's episode. We're joined by two emergency doctors from a fellow Ethos hospital located in San Rafael, California, the Pet Emergency and Specialty Center of Marin, or as we lovingly call them, PESCM. Welcome, Dr. Leah Kramer and Amanda Lee.
Hi.
Hi, guys. Hi. Would you guys like to tell the audience a little bit about yourselves?
Sure, why not?
Perfect. We'll start with you, Amanda.
All right. I'm Amanda Lee. I'm a criticalist at PESCM. I've been there for, almost just over 6 months now, almost. I am originally from California, from the San Jose, San Francisco Bay Area, and did my internship in Central California and did my residency back east and outside Boston at NEMEC. And have kind of moved all over California since finishing my residency, but have found a new home at PESCM where we are building an awesome critical care unit that we're all very, very excited about.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah.
How about you, Leah?
I'm Leah Kramer. I'm another criticalist at PESCM. I've been there almost a year now, probably 8 months. We were very lucky in that right after I signed on, we magneted ourselves another criticalist, and she's like my sister from that I didn't know I had. But we somehow like did our residencies down the street from each other at the same time, and
Never
must
really
have been in the
ran
same
it.
room at
Yeah.
some point in our lives, but didn't meet until she was interviewing at PESCM, and I was like, please, I need her. I need her now. So it's been great. So I grew up in the North Shore of Boston in North Andover, where Bulger is from.
Woo!
So I sort of have this tie to Ethos and IVG from way back. I went to undergrad in New Orleans. I went to vet school at Ross and St. Kitts, did an internship in Virginia Beach, and then my critical care residency outside of Boston at Cape Cod Vet Specialist, where I was able to spend some of my sort of out rotations at Mass Vet a little bit, to spend a little bit of time there watching
that's so
it grow
cool.
too.
Yeah.
Yeah, the radiology department was blowing up at the time. It was pretty great. So I've been out in California for about 3 years. Been up in San Francisco for the last 2. And Amanda, as she stated, Amanda and I have been able to build this sort of adjunct department to the already unbelievably functional and advanced internal medicine and ER teams. It's just been a joy to sort of bust in the way that we do and have it be well received, and find a team that wants to play and is supporting.
It's really
great.
super eager. It's great how excited everybody is about it. And
I can only imagine how
Oh my
awesome that would be to get all these criticalists to come in and really add to the hospital. That's fantastic.
so lucky to find 2 that we were able to get on at the same time to build together and not have the problems of trying to add somebody in after the fact, and being able to just have different ways to make the hospital the best that we can. So we're super excited.
Yeah, it's great because it really is the kind of department that we only have one criticalist at our hospital, and it really does, like, you can't build it as a full
Right.
critical care support team without more coverage. Like, we do our best to kind of insert the opinions of all the different specialists and everything.
Sure.
But, having a second one, hey, by the way, if anyone's looking for a position as a criticalist.
No, it's a luxury, hands down. I've been the only criticalist. I've been one of multiples. There's no question that being with somebody and having that backup, just as even if it's just a brain check, sometimes, which is the other wonderful thing about our hospital, is it's very collegiate, which is really what I was looking for. So I can just, knock on the door next door and say, hey, what do you think about this little thing? And everybody's always super happy. Whenever I get questions, I'm always like, yes, let me play with the puzzle and solve it and not have to write a record.
Yeah, that's always fun too.
I get the best of both worlds.
So today we are going to be doing something a little different. Usually we have just kind of interview topics and discussion, but our producers today have created a couple of games for us to play. So the first one is called Friendly Feud, and I want to bring Lauren in. Lauren, do you want to tell us about the rules?
Yeah. So our first game, as you mentioned, Friendly Feud. We have surveyed our Instagram followers a couple weeks ago on several topics. Over 200 of your veterinary colleagues across the country, as well as fans, have responded to the survey. Our game will start with our guests getting the first question that will be posed, excuse me, from our followers. If you guess any of the top answers, your team gets to keep that round and continue playing. You'll have 3 attempts to guess all 4 answers. If you use up your guesses, the question gets passed to the other team, and they get 1 attempt to guess. If they correctly guess, they get the round points. If they get it wrong, it goes back to our guest and they get the points. And remember that these answers are the popular answers from fans when they were posed the question. So are we ready?
Oh, we're ready. I told Lauren before we started the show today, we are like living out a dream of mine. So this is going to be amazing, guys.
All right.
Love this.
Wow.
This is fantastic. Look at the visual. I mean, for our audio listeners,
So
you
shiny.
can't see it, but it's a
For
screen.
our audio
It's got our
listeners, you
family
got to
names.
go on YouTube this time. You
Yeah.
gotta.
Without further ado, let's get right into it with our first question. We're starting with Leah and Amanda.
Okay,
Name
here we
an
go.
ER case that requires all hands on deck.
Leah, I say, what do you think? Hit by car?
I feel like recently stopped breathing is a good one.
Oh,
Like
just a CPR straight up?
yeah,
Like
yeah.
dead on arrival kind of thing?
like died in the car. I
Or respiratory distress?
think these are 2 good answers, but I think we're
Yes.
making this harder.
So which
I
one-
know, right?
Yeah,
What do you want to go
just
with?
give me one.
Let's go with the CPR. Yeah.
A patient that's dead on like a code that comes in, a patient that's recently arrested.
Yeah.
Sorry, technically no.
Ooh.
Are you- Wow. Okay.
So it's a little more specific
All right.
of the case type, I would say, just to give you a little hint.
Okay.
So
What about
we
like
get a
choking
chance
then?
now?
Nope. So we're still continuing with our guests.
Okay.
They get 3 attempts.
I feel like choking is one of those because it's usually like quick, put in the catheter, get sedation, make a plan. You
Or what
actually need a
about-
handful of people.
What about seizures? Because that's a definite, like, we need to get a catheter in, we need to do this, that, the other thing. We're giving them answers if we're wrong.
True.
Realizing
Maybe we disagree with you.
that's also true. I mean,
Part of the
I shouldn't
plan.
presume that these are all right either.
Okay, I feel like choking and seizures are good ones.
Okay. Why don't we go with seizures? Because that's a like big term.
Yeah.
Okay,
Seizures.
seizures.
Eh.
You're killing me with this. Okay.
My confidence is blown.
I feel like hit by car. Let's do that one.
Love it.
Okay, let's do hit by car.
Hit by car is the first answer with 124 people put that.
Okay, that's pretty good. That's pretty good.
All right. I say if they're doing hit by car, then I think respiratory distress is. Do you want to go with choking?
Sure. I think let's go respiratory distress.
Okay, respiratory distress.
Rachel, what do you think about giving them that one on number 3?
Yeah.
We can cut this out, obviously, but
We'll be
'cause
okay if you don't.
Yeah.
it's like
It's
to the
okay.
judges. Do we
Yeah, to
accept?
the judges.
Yeah.
We will. We'll accept that. Okay.
Yeah.
That is a stretch.
Oh no.
I don't know if we deserve
Leah,
that.
should we take that? I don't know that we should take it, but now we know what that thing
No,
is.
now
Okay.
Yes,
I would've
we'll be
gotten there.
collegial,
Please,
right?
please
right,
take it.
Lindsay?
Yes, please take it. I'm being very gracious. Go
Oh,
right ahead.
all right, we got to give them one later then, just to be on the fair side. Okay, so seizures isn't on there. Like straight up respiratory distress is an iffy. What do you want to go with, Leah?
Do you think people are going to say bloat?
Ooh, that could be. Yeah,
I
that
feel like
might
it's a
be.
good I feel like it's a good buzzword. Let's do that.
yep,
So like a
Yep,
bloat
let's
or
go bloat
GDD.
or GDV.
Gastric dilatation, volvulus.
Good job.
Now we know
Nice
what
job.
we're playing.
That's-
Now we know where
The
we're
number
going with
2
this.
answer. Number 2
Okay.
answer with 58, and you also got the number 3 answer with 35.
Okay, last one. Okay, this
Yeah.
is what we're looking at. Hit by
Oh,
car.
how about a
GDV.
blocked cat? A blocked cat.
Oh yeah, excellent. Well, is that all hands on deck though?
I don't know if, I think your and my definition of that is different than the average person.
You're right. That's true. Yeah.
Because I'm
fair
like,
enough.
too many people, get away from the code.
All right, let's go with black cat. I like it.
Black cat, male cat, unable to pee.
Oh,
Let's see if they can
sorry.
steal it.
Yep.
Okay.
We're gonna give it over
Lindsay,
to
we got to
Krista
pick
and
the number
Lindsay.
4 though.
I know, I got to pick
Krista
number 4.
and
So
Lindsay.
I'm thinking, like, I'm wondering if, like, just bleeding. Like, I know hit by car is a trauma, but I'm wondering if people are going to think all hands on deck, like bleeding, choking. Those would be the-
Hemoabdomen, maybe, because these are vets.
Oh, they're vets too.
Or heart failure is the other one I was thinking.
Yeah.
You know, I think the fact is, yeah, I feel like if it was vets versus like just, oh, that's going to be tough.
Yeah.
I do think the
and
responses
it's
will be different.
also, it's what like average vets, not the uber criticalists think, right? Always, right? Because some of a lot of our audience is like us, right? GPs.
Mhm.
So, I don't know, Lindsay. Heart failure, hemoabdomen were the 2 ones that I wrote down, but you had which one? You were talking about
Well, I
choking.
just said bleeding or choking, but they said respiratory distress and they gave the anaphylactic reaction to that. So I think they would have given respiratory distress to a choking one. So I think,
Yes, I agree.
think,
I agree.
yeah, I
That's
guess
good reading between the lines there,
Yeah.
Lindsay.
I guess, I guess if it is going to be, geez, that's tough to think of the popular answer.
See, I like
too.
hemoabdomen. And the reason I like that is that it's, one of those things that like, no, it's not coming in crashing and burning always, but like it's got to go to
Yeah, you
surgery.
gotta
It
go
might need
yeah.
a transfusion. So like, especially us as GP people might say, oh, that was an all hands on deck situation.
Right. The
Anyway,
only other
that's
thing I was
my
thinking
vote,
about like a reproduction one, like a cesarean,
Oh.
but that's not like I don't know if that's going to be.
I feel like that's not like rush to
It's
the
not as
ER
much
now.
rushing. It's not as much
Right.
rushing necessarily. All right, let's say
I feel
hemoabdomen.
like dystocia is like the definition of this, where you're like, we got puppies, go, go, go.
Oh,
Yeah.
I know.
Pretty
But like
neat, though.
in an hour when it gets to surgery, that's when you're all go, go, go.
Yeah.
I don't
Yeah.
know. I
It
don't
all
know.
depends on how you define all hands on deck. Who's
Yeah.
interpreting that question?
I think I would go more in the lines of dystocia than hemoabdomen. I just don't think hemoabdomen's
Okay,
going to be up
that's
there.
fine. That's fine. Do it.
So
Final
what
answer.
are you going with?
Dystocia. We're doing it.
Hey, good call.
So dystocia was the number 4 answer with 29 people voting for that. So this whole entire round of points, which is 246, is going to go to Krista and Lindsay.
Oh
All
my
right, well
God.
done.
This is just as exciting as it would be if I was on the real show.
All right. So we are now starting with Krista and Lindsay on this one here. I'm going to go ahead and read you the question. Name an awkward diagnosis to explain to a pet owner.
Oh boy.
Paraphimosis is like the first thing that comes to head.
Paraphimosis.
Give
Right,
them all the answers. Yeah.
Right.
Okay.
right.
Hey, it's
So
only
what else is
fair.
awkward?
Yeah, no, it's true. What else is awkward? What else
I mean,
is awkward?
schmegma.
Schmegma is awkward. Yep.
Is awkward, very awkward. Let's just call out the paraphimosis one because I think that one's very like
Okay. Paraphimosis.
Okay.
All right. That was our number 2 answer with
Solid.
69 votes.
There's got to be one. There's one above it though.
Wow, most awkward thing. A diagnosis. Let's think. That's awkward like that.
All right. We're going to have to start counting you down.
Okay.
Oh gosh.
We have a timer on there. We just haven't used it.
Should we say like ingestion of a toy?
pot.
Like a
Oh,
human's
yeah.
toy? Okay.
Pot
For
ingestion.
that.
Pot ingestion.
Pot ingestion. Sure, let's do that.
And that was our number 1 guess with
Nice.
96 votes.
Well done.
Tampon
Cannabis
ingestion. No.
Yeah.
What would you like to go with?
Diagnosis.
We need a
I mean, you
judge.
could just say foreign body ingestion.
Okay.
I don't know. What do you think, Lindsay?
Yeah, we could try that. It's an X.
Yeah.
There it is. There
Okay.
it is.
Sorry. That's only 1 X
Two
though.
more though.
That's fine. It's fine. We can recover, Lindsay.
What about like a female in heat? I mean, it's not really awkward for me, but I'm just thinking about what could be awkward for people, like the
All awkward.
coprophagia when they eat their own poop.
I like that one.
Let's do
But
it.
it's going to be
Lauren,
an X, but that's okay because I can't think of anything else.
coprophagia.
Yeah.
Sorry. Nope. All right. One more guess.
Okay.
Pymitra is like pus out of the
Yeah,
vulva,
let's do that.
right?
Yeah, that's a good
Pymitra.
one. Yeah, we'll do that.
No.
And that's your third strike. So we're going to go over to Amanda and Leah.
All right, Leah, you got any?
Good effort, ladies.
Yeah,
Oh,
definitely.
I just thought of other ones.
I feel like pregnancy in general is sort of awkward a lot of the time. We
I've
only get
got-
one guess though, right?
Yeah, we only get one guess. So I've
Okay.
got tying up,
Oh, that's a good
Yeah.
one.
rectal or vaginal prolapse on there
That
as
is
well.
terrible.
I mean, is tying up a diagnosis? I mean, it's an awkward thing to talk about, but I don't know
Yeah.
that it's a diagnosis really.
I feel like vaginal prolapse is one. That's real gross.
But what about rectal, which is more common? And I think people might think of that more than vaginal.
Oh, you're right. I'm playing the game
Yeah,
in my head.
remember? Where it's what comes to mind, not necessarily what's actually the worst.
What about worms? What about like intestinal parasites?
Ooh, or fleas. Fleas are super awkward to talk with owners about because they assume their house
Okay.
is dirty.
Yeah, I like fleas.
Okay, we're gonna go with ectoparasites or fleas.
That's a good one.
Nope.
I was going to be so mad if they got that,
Oh,
and we're like
I
the
think
flea
it's-
people.
I know.
So what's going to happen is the points actually go to Krista and Lindsay, and I will show you what 3 and 4 are. So we'll add
Okay.
those points to Krista and Lindsay.
We're
And now
getting
our
our
number,
butts kicked.
when I flip these over, go ahead and shout it out.
Perianal
Perianal
fistula.
fistula. See, I told
That
you
is
butt
gross.
stuff.
Cryptorchid again, you had it.
That was
So
good
you did have
call,
the
Amanda.
cryptorchid right there. So
Darn.
close.
I would have gone with rectal prolapse. When you mentioned that, I
Yeah.
said that's going to be the
Yeah.
one. Yeah.
I
I
know, I
actually-
know.
Tell owners that have cryptorchid, and I actually think I got the saying from you, Krista. It's like an Easter egg hunt. I get to go find it, and they look
like it.
horrified when I say that, but I
Well,
do
that's the thing is, I
enjoy.
wonder if, like, are we talking about this stuff like it's very matter of fact, and we should be sensitive to the fact that they would find it
Right,
awkward?
might
'Cause
be more
I don't find cryptorchid at all awkward.
All right. So our next round here, we have Leah and Amanda. We're going to show the question. Name something a veterinarian will have on them at all times.
Stethoscope would be my
Yeah.
top one. Yeah, let's
a
go
good
with
one.
that.
And that's your number one answer with 162 votes.
Something they'd have on them at all times. I feel like something stupid like a pen should be on there, but I think that might be
Yeah,
too
like a
basic.
pen and a watch.
And do a pen.
Yeah.
Nope.
Oh,
I like
a pen too. I think that was good.
watch is also good, but a lot of people use their cell phones and that kind of stuff now.
Or the wall.
Calculator.
Yeah.
But again, is that if pen isn't on there, that might just be their phone? How about a phone? Like,
Well, I can steal a pen from my technician.
right.
I don't know if I can steal their calculator. We can play a bit.
Didn't we do pen already? We were debating over, we got
should
pen
do
wrong.
pen again.
No, shush you, shush.
Just kidding.
The next one up was watch or phone were the other two we were talking about, or timing device of some sort.
Let's go timing device.
Some sort of timing device.
Nope. That's your second X. You got one more and still
Which
3 more
honestly,
to turn
in your
over.
defense, I actually always have those two things on me. So
Right?
a pen.
I
and a-
never have a timer, although I always have my phone if I need a
Yeah.
timer.
Right? I feel like that. Okay. What else do I always have on me?
Is it gonna be like a white coat?
Or is it going to be like a pen light? God,
Maybe
I think.
like a white coat?
Okay. Sure. Why not?
Like
Let's try that.
a lab coat?
You going
Okay.
with white coat?
Yeah.
White coat.
Nope. That's your third
Oh.
X. I'm sorry. So over to Krista and Lindsay to steal it.
Okay. What do
All
you
right,
have? What are your thoughts?
Well, I'm thinking if they're thinking that we carry this all the time, but we probably don't, like scissors, like suture scissors.
I had
or-
scissors. Yeah. I
Oh,
had
go ahead.
lab coat, but I have to cross that one off. I also have feces, urine, and anal glands.
That is true. I don't
Because
think
they're
I
on
would
me
that.
at all times.
Yeah. I don't like
I think-
scissors or suture
I think
scissors.
scissors is good. I think scissors.
Okay.
Should we specify suture scissors or bandage scissors?
Well, we
'Cause I
can just
usually
say
carry
it, and then
both.
they can tell us they might need.
Okay,
the
scissors.
system.
We say scissors.
That is your number 4 answer with 11 votes.
Nice.
So-
What were the other two?
First, let me give you your points. Why are you guys doing this to our guests?
Oh my
know.
God, we're getting our
There's
booties
like no
kicked.
mercy when it comes
It's
to us
okay.
in games.
Fine.
All right, I'm going to turn over the number 2 and 3 answer, and you guys can shout it out.
Treats.
Treats. Oh, we should have done treats. That's a good
terrible.
one.
Calculator.
Oh,
Oh,
So treats with 59 votes and
Funny.
calculator with 12 votes.
I would never have gotten treats. That's a good one though.
whoops.
Name the most common foreign body you see in dogs.
Hmm. All right, I would say like
All right, let's just-
underwear or socks.
yeah. Underwear. Oh, socks. Socks are good. I think we should do socks.
Yeah, I
There's
think we should do
also
socks.
right. So
String.
you've got thread. Yeah, string. Any kind of toys.
Yeah,
But I think socks.
I think socks should be number one.
That's your final for your first
Final
answer?
answer. Socks.
Socks is the number one answer with
Yeah.
168 people thinking that.
Then I think we could say like underwear or toys. Maybe toys. The toys.
I'm
they
fine
do
with
eat a lot.
either of those.
All right, let's do toys.
And that's the number 2. And that was dog toy, but we'll give you toys for that. And with 40
Okay.
people thinking that.
Then I think it will be
Underwear.
yeah, underwear or tampon, like feminine products.
Well, we've got 3
But-
strikes. So
Yeah, okay. Let's say underwear.
Nope.
Oh,
There's your first X.
really?
Yeah, so it's like garbage stuff, right, Lindsay? Like
Like food, like
tampon, or but
well, like-
should we say string?
I don't know, skewer. I'm just thinking about all the things like skewers, like
Yeah.
non-digestible food things like
Bones. I mean,
Yeah.
you don't see those that often
I
as a
know.
foreign body, but that might be what people think.
I know.
Go with Lindsay, skewers or bones?
Let's go with bones for people
Bones,
because I feel like
okay.
the people, even though just so the population knows, majority of like little chicken wing bones they can digest
not a
just fine.
problem.
Okay.
Right. Bones.
Nope. There's your second
Oh,
X. You got one more.
crap.
Say that you pick something, Lindsay. Pick something.
Feminine
Underwear,
products.
feminine products. Okay.
Really?
3
Yeah.
X's.
Those
So
are good
we are-
guesses, guys.
We're over to you, Leah and Amanda. This is your chance, guys.
Leah, what do you?
Rock.
Oh, it is.
It's
What?
rocks.
It's gonna be rock. That's a
Can we
good
say
one.
rock?
So wait. There's. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah.
think it's
I'm gonna go
rock.
with you. Rocks. Rocks.
Rocks.
Yes.
That is our number 3
We
answer. with
finally
36.
got around.
Good point.
You get these points, so I'm going to give you these points here. And I'll show you the number 4 answer, which nobody got, and you guys can shout it out.
Pacifiers.
Pacifiers.
That
Oh,
was
I had a
on
bad
my
experience with a
list.
pacifier.
All right, we're going on to our next question here. And Leah and Amanda, you're starting this one, correct?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. I think
Yes.
so.
So let me show you the question. Name the most common
Oh.
foreign body you see in cats.
So it's gonna be some sort of string.
Mhm.
I feel like. Can we go with string, or do we need to be more specific?
You can
Like
go with
string.
String.
Okay. String.
string. That is your number 2 answer with 97 people agreeing.
Okay. What
I
else
don't
do
know-
cats eat?
I don't know if the public thinks this, but we keep seeing a lot of earplugs in cats.
But I don't think that that's something that people see that much. I
They
think we
might
got to go with
See,
some more common things than
okay,
that.
maybe like a cat toy, or
Yeah.
you know what I mean.
We've
toy.
got 3 chances. Let's go with cat toy.
That was an X. Nope.
Okay.
Let's say Can we say earplugs?
You want to say earplugs, and we'll only have one more chance.
She really
Okay.
Why don't we
wants it.
leave that for our third guess?
Okay.
Okay, let's try and think of something else first, because we got 3 other things. Plant. Can we go with plant material?
Yeah.
Do you want to do plant material?
Yeah.
Okay, some sort of plant material.
That's your second X.
Oh,
We got all cocky after the
I'm
first
so
one.
mad.
We're trying to think common things that they eat. Cat litter? Pica kitties? Not that one.
So like earbuds, these just like earbuds in general.
Earplugs, not earbud, not like the computerized thing, but like earplugs, right?
And sure. I mean, I don't know. Earplugs, sure.
Oh,
That's your third X. Sorry. So we're going to go over to Krista and Lindsay. If they want to be mean, they can steal it.
If
What
we
do you
wanna
have,
be
Krista?
mean,
It's not personal. It's okay.
all's fair. So, Lindsay, I was thinking hair ties.
hair
Oh,
ties is a good
crap.
one.
Fudge
I was
nugget.
thinking hair
Totally
ties
right.
or like plastic, but
Yeah,
I
like
think hair
plastic.
ties.
It's hair ties.
It's
it.
absolutely hair ties.
You're going with hair ties? That's
go
your
with hair
number 1
ties.
answer with
Absolutely hair
117
ties.
people saying that. So this round is going to go to Krista and Lindsay. I'm going to add your points up here, and then I'm going to flip over answers 3 and 4 that nobody got, and go ahead and shout it out.
Rubber
bands.
bands. Yeah.
Okay.
Sewing needle.
Sewing needle and rubber bands are the other two.
Yeah.
All right, guys, we have 2 more questions. So we'll get through these, and then we'll do our last little fun game with Rachel.
We're getting whooped.
All right. Name an over-the-counter medication pet owners go to use.
It's to us, right?
Yeah.
Yes, Krista and Lindsay.
I would say aspirin
Aspirin, yeah.
is a big one.
answer.
Let's
I
do
think aspirin. Yeah,
Aspirin?
aspirin. We'll say aspirin.
That's your number 2 answer with 40 people agreeing.
Okay. I would say Pepto. So many owners use Pepto. They like love giving their dogs
do it.
Pepto.
Pepto.
That's your number 3 answer.
No,
Oh,
Pepto and
Pepto
Pepsid
and
are not
Pepsid
the
are
same
different, but-
thing.
Oh,
Okay.
Pepto-Bismol.
I already
There's the-
turned it
what they were
now.
saying.
There's the anaphylactic
Yeah.
reaction.
All
Do you
right,
wanna-
there's
do you
your
wanna- can you
freebie.
give us
There's
an
your
X?
freebie.
Give us
I-
1X. 1X for the
No, no,
Pepto.
no.
Yeah.
1X.
And
Okay,
then
we're giving you
like
1X.
1X. Then maybe
1X.
like should Tylenol be it? Like Tylenol, Krista? That
I
is
don't
it
want
these
them
are
to
owners?
give Tylenol, Lindsay. I don't want
No,
them to do that.
I don't want. I'm
know.
just saying if they're doing it,
Something
these are
they
own. Well, I guess
Metamucil.
they do use Metamucil a lot. That's a good one.
You want to
Let's do that. Mm-hmm. All those constipated kitties.
That's your second X.
Mm. Lindsay, I've got no idea.
I mean, I was thinking just Tylenol because people like to try to use that stuff.
okay,
But it could be
Tylenol.
wrong. It could be wrong.
Well, we've got
All
no
right,
other
final
answers,
answer?
so
Tylenol.
we'll say Tylenol.
Tylenol.
Here comes the X.
3 X's. There
Oh.
comes the X.
Sorry.
Okay.
All right, so we're gonna pass over to Leah and Amanda. You can go ahead and steal if you think you know it.
You know what it is, don't you, Amanda?
I got a couple things in my head. What are you thinking?
I'm pretty sure it's Benadryl.
Oh.
Yep,
Sorry,
I would go with Benadryl.
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 That's our number 1 answer.
Yeah,
With
of course it is.
179.
You get one.
I was like, we gotta be missing some big one.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's the one.
Son of a
I
gun.
also had Tums and ibuprofen.
Yeah.
Well, I'll go
Yeah.
ahead and turn over the number 4 answer. You guys can shout it out.
Cough
Cough
syrup.
syrup.
No.
Okay.
2 people.
2
That's a tough
people. That was a hard one.
Oh man.
Oh, we should have got Benadryl.
We should have gotten
Lindsay.
Benadryl.
You know,
Yeah, we
you
should've.
know that.
We didn't
Your
get
brain was
hair
going straight.
ties. Come on.
Benadryl's way more obvious.
Then
It
hair.
All right.
I don't know.
Here's our last question. We're starting with Leah and Amanda.
Uh-oh.
Is it your turn? Yes. Okay. Here's our last question. Name a giant rare dog breed you've seen at your hospital. And again, remember that these are popular answers, so it's just uncommon large breeds that people
Right.
see.
I was gonna say we had a Briard in this week, but I don't think that's gonna be on people's list.
It might be.
Yep.
I think Briard might be a decent one. I
Or
don't
a
think I've ever seen a
Puppy.
Briard.
But how common are those actually, though, is the thing.
They're
Like,
rare.
but they have to be common enough that people would have thought of them as showing up. What about like some sort of like a Borzoi, like one of those elk hound or what do you call them? I'm blanking.
Silky.
Wolfhounds. Like wolfhounds are uncommon, but more on the
Yeah,
common
let's say
side.
Wolfhound.
Let's go
start
the
with
wolfhound.
That's your first answer, Irish Wolfhound.
I was going to ask Irish or Russian.
I know. I was gonna say, do you need to
There's so
specify?
many. Like I said.
So that was
African
122 people, and you still have 3 more guesses to get, but you still have your.
Borzoi is a good one, but it might be too rare.
What about like a St. Bernards? Are those too common for people to think that's a rare dog? Or a Bernese mountain dog?
Those are
aren't
pretty common.
I think.
What about an Anatolian sheepdog?
An Anatolian Shepherd?
Yeah, that. Anatolian.
Anatolian Shepherd.
That is your number 4 answer with
Good
23
job,
people.
Leah. Woot woot.
Coming
All
from
right.
behind.
Okay. St. Bernard, you think is too common?
What about like a cane corso? Those are pretty rare.
Those, but I see a lot of those, but
feel like
not
it's a-
commonly. Yeah.
feel
Okay,
like
let's
it's
go
a
with
good
Cane
answer, yeah.
Corso.
Cane Corso. That is your number 3 answer.
Oh my god.
Nice job.
You guys
34
are
people
doing
agreed.
really well.
Oh my God.
I never would have asked. I never would have picked Anatolian Shepherd. Not ever. Not once.
I think Great Dane. I love Anatolian Shepherd.
I kind of feel like we got to go with Great Dane just
Yeah,
because it's
yeah.
number 2. We got 3 chances to go. Let's go with Great Dane.
Nope. That's your first X.
Mastiff.
You want to go with a Mastiff? Okay,
Keep
can
it
we
nice
get a
and big.
Mastiff?
Nope. That's your second X. You got one more.
Like the what about a variation of Greyhound, like a Borzoi or a Afghan or one of those?
It could be Borzoi. Are those that big?
Yeah, I mean, they're big, they're tall, they're big, oversized. It technically is a giant.
10 seconds.
I'm gonna Afghan. How about we go with Afghan?
Afghan?
Uh-huh.
That's your third X. So we're going
Really
over to
good
Krista
effort.
and Lindsay.
Really good effort.
You have
All right,
a chance
I have
to
2
steal.
that I'm thinking, but I just don't know if it would be there. Like a
What are you
Great
thinking?
Pyrenees,
Yeah, Great Pyrenees was on my list.
That's a good guess.
like a Leonberger.
And Leonberger or Dog de
Leonberger.
Bordeaux is the other one I was thinking. The French
I know, but like it
Mastiff,
could be
they
any of
said-
them. I have no idea what the or
But they said
Newfie?
Mastiff, so
And that's
Yeah.
a Dog de Bordeaux. I mean,
Yeah.
what?
Mastiff and Dog de I mean, that's just a variation on.
Yeah,
Yeah,
like so Newfie, Great Pyrenees.
Newfie's a good one too.
yeah.
You're going
Great
Great
Pyrenees?
Pyrenees? That is an X. So the points are going to Amanda and Leah.
It's Newfoundland, isn't it? It's a
I bet.
Newfie.
It's in Leonberger.
All right,
isn't
you
it?
ready? I'm
Yeah.
going to turn
Leonberger.
it over.
Leonberger.
Leonberger, 57 people.
Yeah.
Ugh,
That's
guess,
a
you
hard
guys.
one.
hard one.
Right.
Oh my
So that
God,
was
it's
the
so
end of this
close.
game, and it was Krista and Lindsay with 798, and Leah and Amanda with 666.
We
Well
won't
deserved.
assume that means anything.
Doesn't mean anything.
Of course
Doesn't
not.
it?
It was a tough.
All right, and our next segment is going to be Veterinary Myth Buster, and we're going to propose a statement, and the doctors are going to hold up a piece of paper or a sticky note that says myth or fact, and then they're going to talk about it. So let's jump right in. So the first one, sticks are okay for dogs to chew on. We got 4 myths. All right, who wants to take this one? Let's start with Krista.
So, if I could make dogs stop carrying giant sticks around and impaling themselves, I would. If I see another dog with a stick stuck across their top of their mouth, it's going to drive me crazy. So, dogs will chew sticks. I don't necessarily actively tell every client, like, you have to remove all sticks from your environment, because that's obviously impossible. But like, we definitely shouldn't like throw sticks for dogs and encourage them. And we should generally take them out of their mouths, because they really do actually cause, they cause dental abscesses with those sticks stuck across the top of their mouth for like 6 months sometimes. And definitely, I've seen dogs die of being impaled, like really bad.
Yeah, I've
How
seen
about you
accidents
guys?
where the owner threw a stick, right? And the dog's running to go get it, and the stick kind of lands upright and the dog jumps on it and it goes
Yep.
through their mouth or in
Yeah.
their chest. So it's hard, because I remember as a kid, like that's what my parents would do. They'd be like, take a stick for the dog, and you'd be like chucking it, and just playing with the sticks with your dogs. And dogs inherently do want to chase and fetch and things like that, but it really is not a good toy for the dogs.
Yeah, we've definitely had cases where we have weird, sialoseals or abscesses. I had one a couple months ago where it was actually retrobulbar, and we ended up having to do CTs. We never found the puncture wound inside the mouth or an external one, but it came back as an infected, ruptured salivary gland, and the dog chews on sticks.
Yeah.
Couldn't see anything inside the mouth, but it came back cultured perfectly for a poke foreign body abscess. It's fine right up until it isn't.
Right.
Awesome. All right, well, let's go to the next one. Cats are nocturnal. Myth, myth, myth. We got 4 myths again. So let's start with Leah.
Cool. I actually just learned this one. I was talking to Amanda about this fantastic podcast I just discovered called Ologies. where it's this science reporter that interviews someone who's an expert in their field, and they interviewed I forget what they called her, but a cat expert who was telling us that cats are only nocturnal in general if you're not hanging out with them enough during the day, and because we've probably inadvertently rewarded that behavior. So if you're at work all day, your cat's bored, now you're home, your cat's like, what's up? Let's hang out. And then you're like, okay, nappy time for mommies now. And then the cat's like, hey, mom, hey, mom, hey, mom. And you're like, oh, kitty, here's a treat. Here's your dinner. The cat's like, yes, this is what we do now. And so, cats, everybody's an individual, certainly. But in general, by definition, our domestic cats are not nocturnal. They're
crepuscular.
Need energy.
Yeah, that's the word.
That's crepuscular.
That's the word.
Active at dawn and dusk if left to their own devices.
Mm-hmm.
All right, well, let's go to the next one. 1 dog year equals 7 human years. We got 3 myths, and
there she is.
Another
she looked
myth.
like she was
We
just
got
deep
4
in thought.
Really
wanted to make sure on this one. Yeah. All right, let's go with Lindsay for this one.
Oh, okay. So yeah, I mean, this is probably one of the most common myths you'll hear people talk about. 1 year equals 7 dog years. And it really doesn't equal out that way for a few different reasons. So yes, it is true. Dogs inherently live shorter lifespans than humans. So trying to get some sort of relation, I understand is understandable. But every dog is different, right? So small breed dogs live inherently longer than a large breed dog would. And so, using that same formula, you can't really extrapolate like a small breed and a large breed dog the same way. And the beginning part of their life is so different. So like a large breed dog like takes time to really grow and mature, like sometimes up to 2 years. And so those dogs you would sort of more assign them a younger age, if you will, because they're still growing and maturing and developing, but then they don't live as long. So then the second part of their life is just accelerated in age. Whereas a small breed dog, really matures quite quickly. And by a year of age, they're really like fully developed and you're not going to be growing anymore. And then they will just age slower, if you will. So it's a thing that people want to hang on to try to give themselves some sort of association. But in reality, you really can't say that.
Awesome. All right. Let's go to the next one. Cats always freak out at the vet's office, and there's nothing you can do about it.
Can I say this more emphatically?
4 quick myths. Everyone's in agreement. All right, let's go with Amanda.
Oh, I mean, cats, any individual cat is very different at the vets, and we definitely can't generalize. I had a cat that passed away last year who might as well have been a dog, and she loved going to the vet because everybody gave her attention and she got treats, and it was just the best thing ever. And I have another cat who is just terrified, and he just freezes when he gets to the vet. He climbs on my shoulder, and you can do anything you want, but he's just going to stay there, and he's not going to move. There are so many different things that we can do for cats these days, especially when we know that they're going to be coming into the vet, which is always nice. Obviously, on emergency critical care, we often don't know that they're going to be coming in, so that can be a bit harder. But especially for planned rechecks or GP visits, things like gabapentin. There's medication for generalized anxiety issues, with Prozac being an option. There's feel-away sprays and diffusers, and there's lots of fear-free techniques that can be used at the hospital to try and minimize the patient's stress. No scruffing, keeping dogs and cats separate. There's so much that we can do to make it not a scary experience for them, and so that they can behave and not be terrified when they come in. So much we can do.
Well said.
All right, the next one is dogs are colorblind. 4 myths again. These are all myths. All right, let's circle back to Krista. She's already going.
Ready.
Got it, Krista.
Jump on that one.
Dogs don't see color the same way we do. They don't see the same vibrancy of color, but they still have all the same cells in the back of their eye to see color. It's just that theirs is a little bit more, we think, like a sepia type of thing. So muted colors. And that's a lot of it is because many of our carnivore animals are adapted more towards seeing at night. And so they have really much more acuity with the grayscale stuff. but they definitely can see some colors.
I always find it sad because in dogs, we talk about how we see colors, how people see colors, how dogs see colors. You have these special receptors that Krista mentioned, these cones are called, right? And they all have all different certain lights that they see better. And in dogs, they really don't have the one that sees red and green. So I always am sad because like Christmas is like my favorite time. So I've got this like wonderful like stocking for my dog. And I'm like, this stocking, he can't even appreciate it. It looks gray to him because it's this red and green stocking. So red and green are the most, the colors that they're not really seeing the best at all, the colors. But I mean, some humans are like that. Some humans have a color blindness, if you will, where they see certain shades. So it's not as vibrant, but they can still see shades of color for sure.
Are there some colors that, like the red and green, that really don't stand out? Are there some that stand out more than others?
Blues and yellows.
So get blue and yellow dog toys.
Yeah,
There
but it
you
doesn't
go.
go with Christmas attire.
All right, so dogs are not completely colorblind. All right, the next one is, and this is a big one, there are hypoallergenic dog breeds. Oh, okay, we have.
But like, I kind of agree with Leah
okay.
too. I'm gonna say this.
Yeah,
and
it's sort
this.
of in between.
We have a
It
mixed
is. I
bag
agree.
here.
It's an in-between.
So let's start with Leah, since Leah held up both myth and fact.
Yeah, I think there's a bit of a gray area with this because I do think that there are some dogs that people are more likely to have a hypersensitivity or allergic reaction to.
Mhm.
So I think a lot of us in the hospital have a Shar-Pei come in or somebody that just is particularly itchy or scratchy to us. Is that hyperallergenic? I don't think anybody uses that word, but I think there are definitely animals that shed less, and there are animals that have less of an undercoat. And so maybe those creatures are less likely to set off an allergic reaction in a human. So the doodles are sort of the poster child for this, but like Vizslas don't have an undercoat. So maybe that's a better option for some people even. I think part of the trick with the golden doodle mix too is that not every golden doodle is going to come out with the same allergens, right? So I may get a golden doodle that, lives in my home, even though I have terrible allergies and I don't have any issues, but then I may get another one 5 years later and have to go back to my allergist and get my, my weekly shots and all that. So I think it's sort of a spectrum, and it depends on how severe the person's allergies are and to what.
That's
That's what I always tell people is like, it depends what you're allergic to, right? If you're allergic
it's an allergy to the dander, in which case the
right.
type of fur isn't going to make any difference whatsoever. So absolutely, I agree, depends on what you're allergic to. It's just most commonly dander, which means even if your dog is naked, it's still going to slough skin cells. So if that's what you're allergic to, there is no such thing as a hypoallergenic dog.
All right. Well, we are out of time, you guys. That was great. We definitely busted some myths, and we're going to wrap up. So I'll hand it off to Krista and Lindsay.
I just want to thank you so much to Leah and Amanda for joining us today. We had a ton of fun with our game. Definitely something that we have to do again, maybe do a rematch at some point.
Yes.
So really appreciate you guys joining us and participating in that. And don't forget to rate or review us on your favorite podcast app. And we want to thank our sponsor, Ethos Veterinary Health.
And don't forget to follow Pescam on Facebook, please.
Mm-hmm.
Have a great day.